Hey folks, you probably watch me fail to light a match here. It never fails. As soon as I hit that play button, record button, that air conditioning unit kicks on. Never fails. That's okay. I shall persevere. Right? You're going to be joining me for a bowl of quiet nights. GLPs in my bones pipe. All right. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. It's pretty nice outside today. It's like, I don't know, 73 degrees maybe. Right up my alley. Trying to remember if this is the first time I've ever smoked quiet nights or not. I think it is. Just cracked open that tin mere moments ago. Like that. I whittled that out of a stick sometime last year. Seems to do the job. So anyway, beard shaming. That's a term I think I came up with. I may not have. Might be riding on somebody's coattails, but it drives me crazy. What is beard shaming? That's a number of things. I've had people I know and love dearly, who I assume know and love me dearly, not part of my family, say things to me like, you know, they sell these things called razors, right? What are you trying to be in ZZ Top? You gonna be on that show Duck Dynasty? What are you going for a world record with this thing? Had one guy, does this almost every time I see him. This is somebody who I hold dear to my heart. Come up and rub his chin. He doesn't have a beard. And go, his wife refers to me as often as, here comes the beard. So those are some ways. You know, some people do it in fun, and I understand that, but some people are serious. I'm smart enough to know the difference. And I can tell the difference because it's obvious what their intent, what they're trying to say. I usually let it roll off my back and just turn around and go the other direction. But I wonder if you're willing to go up to somebody and say something like that. You know they make razors, right? In other words, you know you can shave that crap off your face, right? Would you be willing to go up to some lady in church, and this is where that happened, would you be willing to go up to another lady in church and say, you know they make hair dye, right? You don't have to go around with those gray hairs on your head. You know they make dresses that fit better than that. Hey Joe, you ever thought about getting a toupee? I doubt it. So what makes it acceptable to say something like that to somebody with a beard? It's no different in my opinion. Another thing I saw that got under my skin, I have another friend that's got a beard, or he almost always has a beard, and a full, thick beard. Does Western reenactment, stuff like that, so he likes to look the part. His daughter requested that he shave his beard off for her wedding, which he agreed to. Now that's fine. I personally wouldn't ask somebody to alter their appearance just for the sake of my wedding photos, but that's not what I'm talking about. This guy posts on Facebook often pictures of himself, in all kinds of situations. Usually gets 2 or 3 responses. Posted a picture of himself after he shaved. Got like 100 likes. I don't know, it's probably more like 50, but still an inordinate amount of likes to what he usually posts. And about 40 comments. Things like, oh, you look so much better. Oh, I love you without a beard. Well, you should have shaved it off a lot sooner. Things like that. In other words, I hate the way you look with a beard. So much so that I seem to be overwhelmed that you don't have a beard anymore. I just find that rude. If you don't like the way somebody looks with a beard, but yet you want to comment on their stuff with reckless abandon like that, why don't you just say, hey, you look great? What's the difference? Nice to see you. You look like you're having a good time at the wedding. Tons of things that could be said. But I also think the intent of several of those people, and I have my reasons for this, was to tell a couple of his friends who were also in, commenting, that they also look like crap because they have beards. So, those of us who have beards, I can't speak for everybody because we're all individual people, but it stands to reason. I'll speak for myself. It stands to reason. The reason I have a beard is because I want a beard. I like the way it looks. I enjoy it. Why is that a bad thing to some people? It doesn't define who I am. Oh, here comes the beard. No, here comes Chad. Here comes that guy that I've known for years and years, and he's no different than he's ever been, except for the length of the hair on his face. if I had a long ponytail, which I'm capable of, believe it or not. Would I get all those comments? I kind of doubt it. It doesn't define who I am, like I said, no more so than a disease would define who I am, or an injury, or my job title, or anything else. I'm this person. This is what I happen to look like. Why are you going to let that stand between me and you? Or why are you going to let that get in the way of goodwill between two people? And I see that happening. It disturbs me a little bit. On the flip side of this, beard shaming, there are a number of people with beards that do the same thing to people without beards, and that's no less cool. It's not okay. You see memes all over the internet. You know, if you have a beard and you can't change a tire, shave. No, well, my opinion is if you have a beard and you can't change a tire, learn to change a tire. Doesn't matter if you have a beard or not. The weight of manliness must be too much for you. There's hundreds of them, and I've seen them all, and I've had them all posted on my wall and on my this and that. I'm not on Facebook anymore, but I've seen them dozens of times, and they're just stupid. If you're going to attack somebody's manhood because they don't have facial hair or choose not to grow it, would you be willing to attack somebody's womanhood after she's had a mastectomy, for example? Probably not, at least in good conscience. You may say, oh, that's different. She had a disease and she had to do it and blah, blah. It doesn't matter. It's it's who they are. It's what they happen to look like. What happens to, it's no different. And if you have a beard and you're doing that to people, and you're of the same opinion that I happen to be in the beard shaming debate on the other side of it, don't tell me what to do with my beard, then you need to really take a deep look at what you really believe, because you're no different. You're doing more harm to the beard culture by saying those kind of things to people without beards. So think about it. I don't think it's cool. And here's the other thing. In the last, 3 or 4 years, it seems beards have become more and more popular for men. I think that's fine. All kinds of different men of different personality types, different places in life, everything, are growing beards. I don't have a problem with that. I've had facial hair ever since I could grow facial hair. It's difficult to find a photo of me since about 87, maybe 85. It's difficult to find a picture of me without hair on my face. I don't recall the last time I was completely clean shaven. The most clean shaven I've been in the last 20 years was the day I got married, when I just had a mustache. But anyway, what I was saying, it's become popular. Beards have become popular. But the attitudes toward beards have not changed, especially the attitude of people that don't like them. And it probably never will change. The fad of growing a beard may come and go, and it has before, it probably will again. I'm not saying people that have a beard because it's a fad, or because they've chosen to for a specific reason, or because it's popular, or because of whatever reason. It's their reason. It should not be looked down upon. It should not be laughed at, frowned upon, chastised, whatever. I'm not a big fan. I've lost my temper. I'm not a big fan of people that look certain ways because of styles and things like that go in and out. So I don't do it. I don't dress that way. I don't look this way. I don't put my hair up in I don't put my hair up at all. But when I had hair, I had it the way I wanted to have it, regardless of what the trend was. And if I do have a problem with the way somebody looks, simply because of the way they look, or because of they're of a certain age, or whatever, however you want to define it, stereotypical, whatever. If I do have an opinion about it, I'm going to keep it to myself, because it's not anybody's business what I think. It's certainly not my business what they look like. There's just some things to keep in mind, maybe. Or some things to get off my chest, probably. I've been thinking about this video for a long time. So I guess I got it off my chest, huh? I'm going to try to enjoy this quiet nights. I'm not so far, and that's probably more a result of my attitude at the moment than anything else. So I'm going to sit back and try to enjoy the rest of this bowl. And probably another one. That's about all I got to say, I guess. Enjoy your pipe.